My Catholic Faith, Lesson 181, Use and Value of Sacramentals. Every new house should be blessed. The blessing should be renewed every year during the Easter time. In its ritual, the Church prays that God may sanctify the house and that angels may abide within its walls and protect all living therein. Holy water is one of the principal sacramentals of the Church. In blessing holy water, the priest first blesses salt, then water, and then mixes both with special prayers. The water symbolizes purity of soul. The salt stands for prudence. The combination is a symbol of purity and immortality. As often as possible, we should make the sign of the cross, first dipping the fingers in holy water. 7 years indulgence is gained each time. How should we make use of the sacramentals? We should make use of the sacramentals with faith and devotion and never make them objects of superstition. If we use sacramentals as they should be used, in acknowledgement of our faith in the efficacy of the blessing of the Church which God Himself founded, our act will be pleasing to God, and the sacramentals will profit us. If we wear a crucifix or medal on our persons, hoping that by God's grace it will preserve us from evil, we are not superstitious. We must remember, however, that of themselves sacramentals have no power. They only have power through the prayer of the Church, which uses the authority given by Christ. If one uses sacramentals in the spirit of those who look upon them as powerful in themselves, with no reference either to God or to the Church, or his own state of grace, he is superstitious. This is the case with the charms which certain ignorant persons use. They sometimes take a crucifix, a prayer book, a medal, etc., and use it on their persons, believing that it is a charm which will make them immune to bullet shots, wounds, etc. These charms are used by such persons without any reference whatever to their original purpose of sanctification. Therefore, their use of no effect at all. We should use sacramentals constantly. Every Christian should have holy water and blessed candles. Every Christian should receive as many blessings as he can. Every mother should take her newly born infant to church to receive the blessing of the Church. Every Christian house or building should be blessed. Some take an attitude of contempt towards sacramentals as fit only for women. They have as much need of prayer and faith as women. Christians reverence and make use of sacramentals and have firm confidence in the prayer of the Church to make them effective. They know that everybody, however holy, has need enough in this vale of tears of all the help he can obtain from God. A Catholic home should have a private altar before which the family assembles for prayers. It should have blessed images and a crucifix. Every room should have a crucifix. Many homes have the laudable custom of keeping burning an oil or electric votive lamp on their family altar. In many homes it is the custom to sprinkle the beds with holy water before retiring at night. Whenever we are in trouble, pain, danger, or temptation, the use of sacramentals is of great benefit. Every Catholic should own a blessed rosary and use it. Every Catholic, man, woman, boy, girl, or child should wear on his person a blessed crucifix or medal or scapular. It serves to remind the wearer in times of danger that there is a God who cares what happens to his soul. The Church, by the use of sacramentals, teaches the faithful the truths of religion, aside from exciting good thoughts and increasing devotion. The truths of our faith are taught by sacramentals through the faculty of sight, as explanations teach them through hearing. Thus, sacramentals are like picture books that are used as aids in the teaching of religion. One, however simple and unlettered, who kneels before a crucifix and knows about the death of our Lord on the cross, will better be able to realize his love and sacrifice than if the catechesis merely repeated over and over again that Jesus suffered and died for us. How do the sacramentals obtain favours from God? The sacramentals obtain favours from God through the prayers of the Church offered for those who make use of them, and through the devotion they inspire. Unlike the sacraments, sacramentals were instituted by the Church, not by Christ. They are not necessary to salvation. The blessing in a sacramental consists in this: the minister of God, praying in the name of his Church, invokes the divine benediction upon the person, place, or object concerned. Unlike the sacraments, sacramentals of themselves have no power to confer grace. The divine blessing averts earthly ills and promotes temporal welfare, whereas the divine grace beautifies the soul. The first is chiefly temporal, and the second particularly spiritual in effect. The effect of sacramentals depends on the pious dispositions of the person using them. Sacramentals increase devotion by fixing our thoughts on particular virtues and helping us appreciate them. For example, upon looking at a crucifix, we think of the love of Christ for us. We remember what he suffered to prove that love. We become sorry for the sins that caused such tortures. The chief benefits obtained by the use of sacramentals are actual graces. If we use them with proper dispositions, that is, while in the state of grace and with firm faith and confidence, sacramentals can profit us greatly. The forgiveness of venial sins. Sacramentals excite good thoughts and inspire devotion and greater love of God, as well as greater sorrow for sin. This devotion and sorrow bring grace, and the grace thus obtained in turn obtains the forgiveness of venial sins. Contrition always remits sin, and sacramentals are an aid to true contrition. Remission of temporal punishment. In the old times, the Israelites were granted numerous graces through the use of certain objects. If that was there in the old law, spiritual results must be obtained in the new law. Health of body and material blessings. The apostles anointed with oil many who were sick and healed them. Innumerable are the examples in modern times of the extraordinary effects of sacramentals. Protection from evil spirits. We need the protection of sacramentals against the devil that goes about seeking souls to devour.